Yes, hello, good afternoon. We'll start uh, by 2 p.m. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, good afternoon to all those who are live right now. Good afternoon, Jennifer Mirasol from Santa Cruz, Laguna. Also for Del John Emil Galus from SD Ocabuyao, Laguna. Hi. Welcome also to Alupay National High School, SDO Batangas Province, Amelia Hernandez. Still have 20 minutes. I hope you guys are having a great lunch. Sorry for interrupting everyone. Good afternoon to you. And I hope that you will learn. Yes, teachers need teachers. That's true. Watching from Gloria Oriental Mindoro. Wow. And SDO City of Ilagan. Watching from Gloria Oriental Mindoro and from General Santos City. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's a hot Friday afternoon. Yes, hashtag teachers need teachers. Good afternoon from Busuanga District Division of Palawan. Hi. And also from San Pablo City, from Tanawan, Batangas. Hello, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon from Calamba City. I'm from San Pedro. Yeah, it's just near San Pedro, Laguna. From Zamboanga, wow. Oh, hi, hello. Watching from San Pedro, Laguna. Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, good afternoon from Mandaluyong City. Yep. I hope you will learn a lot today. I've been learning a lot from these webinars, and it's really helpful for us. Yes, we really need each other at this time, at this point, at this very moment. We are the frontliners when it comes to education. We need each other. Yeah. Hello from SDO Marinduque. Hi, hi. And from Santa Maria, good afternoon. Watching from Caloocan. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, watching from Nagcarlan. Marvic. Hello. Teachers need teachers, yes. Good afternoon, watching from Calamba. Hello, hello everyone. Hello, those from Calamba, those teachers and educators from Calamba. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi, thank you so much for watching. Yes, I'll be giving some Microsoft tools again, but wow, this is going to be exciting for today. I'll be adding more other technology platforms that you can utilize in your classroom. So I hope, okay, again, you don't really need to do everything. Okay? Just get those that you um, can implement right away in your classroom. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, El. Yes, really inspired me to strive harder to fit. Yes. Okay. I tell you, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not like this 5 years ago. Okay. You really need to start somewhere. You really need to start somewhere. And from all of the experiences, you will meet more teachers, you will meet more students. All of these experiences, when you put it together, it will, it's really different. I can say it's life changing for me because I didn't really realize that it's gonna be this far. It's gonna be the learning experiences I had. Okay, so yeah, you have to start somewhere, and I know that you can do it. Yeah. Hello from Burgos Rodriguez Rizal, and yeah, from Calamba. Hello, yes, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, have a great day. Thank you so much. We'll start 2 o'clock, and yeah. So for today we will be dealing more on how are we going to do our instructions, okay? The materials that we are using in the classroom, in a normal classroom setup, and how we can improve more. Yes, definitely, absolutely. Yeah. Teachers need teachers. At this very moment, we need each other. That's true. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know that you have your own schedules, but going here, it's really amazing. Okay? And yep, I'm gonna teach you. Okay, just you know, medyo pampasabik. This one. Yeah. So this simple cube here. Let's see what it can do later. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to show to everyone how can we do our instructions more efficient, more creative as a teacher. All right, 9 more minutes. Hello, so good afternoon from Santiago City's Isabela. Hello, hello, and from Lipa, Batangas. And good afternoon from General Pino, Nueva Ecija. Hi, glad to see you all here. And yes, we will be starting in a bit. Okay. So our topic for today is instructional materials using technology platforms. How can we make our instructional materials more creative, more engaging for our students. Hi, everyone. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me. I know you have your own busy schedules. But thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Okay? And I hope you will learn a lot from our session. Yep. Good afternoon from Santa Rosa, Laguna. Hi. Hello. Gandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Yes. So let's see how we can make our instructional materials more engaging for our students. Yes. Especially right now, if we are going to do remote learning, how can we make it possible? Right? Hello, good afternoon. Yes. All right. Hello, good afternoon sa mga taga Lucena and from Mauban, Quezon and from Zamboanga. Hi. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you will join me for the next hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Hello, good afternoon from Zamboanga del Sur. Hi. Hello, good afternoon from Quezon City. Hi. And from Cagayan. I think we are well represented this afternoon. We have from Luzon, we have from Visayas, and we have from Mindanao. Thank you so much for appreciating. Yeah, I did this for my class. Yeah, I did it for my class. So after I knew that we will be going remote in our instruction, I right away, I have to make it really engaging for my students. Yep. That one. Hello, good afternoon from Agoncillo, Batangas. Hi. Kindly use the hashtag teachers need teachers. Yes, we need each other. I'm an educator also. I'm a teacher. And yes, okay, we need each other. Okay, that's why I'm here. I wanted to share how I do this remote learning, how I do this integration of technology in my classroom. Hello, good afternoon from Moncada, Tarlac, and from Naga City. We'll be starting in a bit. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. And hello, Sir Rembert Principe from Marinduque. Hi. Wow, a lot. Thank you so much for joining. Teachers need teachers. Yes, we need each other. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited for our topic this afternoon because, I really like curating my lessons and creating different different materials and doing different methods in my teaching. Okay, that's how I engage and I motivate my students because I know that sometimes it's ang hirap sa atin mga teachers na though we have this creativity in mind, pero how can we how can we do it together with technology? How can we integrate technology while not compromising our curriculum, while not compromising our content? So how can we make it more for our students? So yeah, hi, good afternoon from San Pedro, Laguna. Yes. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our webinar this afternoon. Before I begin, I was searching a couple of days ago on this website, and I found this useful information. I shared this last time I had my webinar, and I wanted to share this also to you. How does education look like around the world amidst the outbreak? Now, kasi most of us, we are looking at education, we are looking at learning in our context, but how is it or how does it look like in another context in countries from different parts of the world? Now, I found out, okay, in this website from World Bank just recently, in Malaysia, one of our neighboring countries, there was a new TV channel that was launched on April 6, 2020 to deliver education television programs to all students, especially those without internet access. So the television and the radio programs, they were also live streamed, and the online learning platform of the Ministry of Education in Malaysia also hosts on-demand content for students across pre-kindergarten to secondary school, as well as digital textbooks. Now in Bhutan, the Ministry of Education launched the Bhutan e-learning program on March 27, 2020 that allows students from pre-K to 12 to access lessons through educational television as well as on YouTube. The broadcasting schedules are published on their website. In Brazil, the state of Amazonas and Pará have launched a strategy relying heavily on the use of educational television. Their content is also available in their YouTube channel and is complemented with their online platform. The state of Amazonas has produced guidelines for system managers, for teachers, for students, and parents. In Kenya, the Ministry of Education shared guidelines for enhancing teaching and learning for its 15 million students out of school as a result of school closures. From March 23, 2020, there were four main platforms that are being used for delivering educational programs and resources to learners. In Jamaica, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information has put in place support initiatives targeted at all levels of the education system to the end of April 2020, and they said that they will be continuing as needed. This support includes several services for students, including printing service and printed learning kits for students without internet connection, educational television lessons and rebroadcasts accessible on 25 cable channels. In Rwanda, the Education Board has taken few steps to support students with remote learning. It has begun broadcasting education radio programs as of April 4, 2020, which are also available on its district level radio stations. In Ecuador, the country is proceeding along two tracks while schools are closed. One for students with connectivity and one for students without connectivity. More than 80 digital pedagogical resources are being shared using social media as well as via traditional media coverage, such as radio and television. Materials are also available in audio format in order to reach remote areas. In Paraguay, the government signed an agreement with Microsoft to cover the e-learning needs of 60,000 teachers and 1,200,000 students at zero cost. I was trying to look for the Philippines, but they don't have the information there. Well, I know that Philippines is doing a lot right now, but surprisingly, I found this information from Statista.com just last March 2020 that the Philippines ranked first in spending longer on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Well, probably because of webinars like this as well. We averaged 71% out of 44% world average. This is according to in-home media consumption due to the coronavirus outbreak among internet users worldwide as of March 2020. Furthermore, in the Philippines, this is what's going on. Philippines taps TikTok users to address coronavirus tourism impact. So they are encouraging millennials to dance while featuring their hometowns tourism. We keep the learning going in spite of this crisis, the crisis that we are facing. Well, as I researched from the World Population Review, some of these countries I mentioned are even third world countries and same as us, developing countries. So why can't we do the same? I have a huge respect to our dear teachers and school leaders. And I know that we have so many brilliant minds and great ideas in the Philippines. And yeah, I'm sorry for the technical the connection, but we're back. Yes, we are back. Right. And yeah, moving on. We I know that we have so many, you know, resources in the Philippines, and we should utilize this, or else again we will be left behind. We don't want to be left behind with these countries. Technology might be more efficient than us teachers, but we can be more superior than this technology because we are the creator. Good afternoon, everyone, and again, welcome to our session this afternoon. I am Raymond Mitchell Africa. I'm an IBMYP Science and Design teacher. I'm a Microsoft Innovative Educator and recipient of Vet Asia Leadership Awardee and ISTE PLN Educator of the Year Awardee. Our discussion this afternoon will be revolving around creating or making instructional materials using technology platforms. Now, what are we going to learn today? So it's just simple. We are going to define what is instructional materials or what are instructional materials. And we will be, or I will be demonstrating how can we utilize different technology platforms, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, VR, simulations, in order to create instructional materials. Now, what are these instructional materials? Instructional materials are those materials or things used by us, teacher, in order to simplify our teaching. Instructional materials include both the visual and audio-visual aids. It could either be concrete or the use of instructional materials in the classroom has the potential to help us teachers explain new concepts clearly. We do have to consider that our students have different learning abilities. Some are auditory learners, and through this instructional materials, we can do our instruction. We can implement our methods without compromising their learning abilities. Okay, which can then result in better understanding of the concepts being taught. However, they are not ends in themselves, but they are means to an end. Advantages of instructional materials are organization of the materials. Yes, I am using Microsoft Sway right now. Yeah, I actually use Microsoft Suite so that I can show you how it's used. Okay, so it's from Microsoft Suite. Yes. What are the advantages of instructional materials? Now, the benefits of instructional materials are first to organize our materials. So, instructional materials gives the teacher and the student a method of analyzing. Okay, all right, for one of analyzing progress. Right? Uh, And next is to focus. All right. The next benefit of instructional materials are is to have a guide that allows the student to know and focus on what is being taught. All right. I'm gonna share. Yes. All right. And I'm gonna make my screen bigger. Right. Okay, I think that one would work. Yes. Hello. Yes. I tried to make it bigger. Yes. So that you can see the screen. Yeah. So, yep, they are changing it. Sorry for that. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, they're changing the. Sorry, because I don't have control over the screen. They are using OBS for this. Yep. Anyway, I'll still move on. Right. Now, okay, so again, the benefits of or the advantages of instructional materials, or why do we need to create instructional materials? Again, for organization of the material. So it gives the teacher and the student a method of analyzing progress. Next is to focus, okay? To have a guide that allows the students to know and focus on what is being taught. Yes, just like what's happening right now. Okay, it's hard for the learners to really understand because the instructional material is not that effective. Okay, so yes, they will make it bigger for you. All right, and of course, efficiency. Okay, it is far more efficient to have written point of reference for discussions and debates than to have or than to remember everything. Okay, just like right now. Okay, so I am talking. It's better if yes. Okay, yes, right. Okay, yeah, okay, right, yes. So see, we're able to we're able to right away utilize the learnings that we got or the things that we are learning from here. Yes, okay. So for our instruction to be effective, of course, we have to consider our learners. We have to consider what are their needs. Okay, since you are visual and it's better for you, you can easily remember. You cannot remember everything, so you need the visual aids. Okay, so yes, so that those are the advantages I mentioned. First is to organize the materials, to focus, okay, so that the students know what is being taught and to become more efficient. All right. So, yes, I hope we were able to address your needs as my learner for this afternoon. Now, there are various technology platforms that we can utilize as teachers in order to create our instructional materials. Okay, let me first use, okay, this one. I know that a lot of you are used to this, but maybe there are some things from this platform that we haven't really maximized yet. Okay, I know that you're really you know a lot about Microsoft PowerPoint, but I can tell you maybe there are still some things that you haven't utilized yet. Okay, so this is a slide I created for the Kakuma project. This is the Kakuma Academy. This is a project to build schools, learning spaces for students in a refugee camp in Kakuma. So we created PowerPoint presentations because they don't have internet connectivity there. So they are offline. So they need to send offline devices and put PowerPoint presentations. But of course, they need a teacher who will be teaching. So what we did is we recorded slideshows in order for so that there will be a teacher who will be teaching the lessons or the topics as they use the devices. Okay, so as teacher we can insert audio, right? So for example here, I wanted to discuss this to my students. So this PowerPoint, this Microsoft PowerPoint, the first platform that we will be utilizing, we can put audio recordings so that when they play the PowerPoint, there will be a teacher already who will be teaching. So we can click audio, record audio, and then let's say slide. I used to write like what slide number is that so that I know. So it's slide 6. And then I can start recording. So I can start recording. For example, I'll be reading what is pollution. What is pollution? Pollution is anything that makes our planet, the earth, unhealthy and dirty. It happens when the environment is contaminated by waste, chemicals, and other harmful substances. And then stop, and then insert, and then boom, it's there. Okay. What I usually do with my presentation. Okay. All right. I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right. And I'll be sharing. All right. How is it now? Can you see? Is it here? Okay, so yes, we're just figuring it out how we can. Yep. All right, so it's okay. I'm gonna repeat it for you so that you know how. We'll. Yes. Okay. All right. Anyway, yes. So going back, so I'll just give you. Yes. Okay. I'll be. We will be displaying the discussion. They are just fixing it. Yes. All right. They are just fixing it. They will be yes. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'm really sorry because I'm remote. I'm very remote. I'm here in China right now. And yeah, I'm very remote. Okay. So let me go back to that. Yes, it's there right now. Anyway, so I know you guys have been using PowerPoint, but yeah, I'm using PowerPoint as and put it in offline devices where students can right away hear the teacher when the teacher is not around. Okay, so when they play the PowerPoint presentation, there will be audio that will be playing. So how do I do that? Again, I click the insert. Okay, so here you see home insert. So I just click insert, and you can click audio. All right. When you click audio, you can click record audio, and I can start recording. Again, I can put like I usually use the slide number, so 6, and then I can start recording. Just hit the her button here. What is pollution? Pollution is anything that makes our planet, the Earth, unhealthy and dirty. It happens when the environment is contaminated by waste chemicals and other harmful substances. All right, so that's how I do my recording. All right, and I click insert. Yes, and then I put it here. And yes, and I put it here. And then what I do is for it to be played automatically when you play the slide, you can click playback and then start automatically. Okay, so it will start automatically when it's played. Okay, so when I play this slide, it will read or it will play the audio that I recorded. Right? So let's play this slide. Let's try playing this slide. I'll just play the current slide. So play from current slide. So let's listen.
What is pollution? Pollution is anything that makes our planet, the Earth, unhealthy and dirty. It happens when the environment is contaminated by waste, chemicals, and other.
All right.
Some form.
All right. So after that, what's more is you can add subtitles. So when when your slideshow is playing, it can, for visual learners or for deaf, okay, you can click always use subtitles here. So click slideshow and use subtitles so that when you play it, there is a subtitle, a caption under. Okay, so I'll be using English first. Okay, and when I play it, all right.
Some forms of pollution can be seen, like when water gets dirty with garbage or the land is filled with trash. Or some can be invisible, like when toxic chemicals fill the air. The different forms of pollution are water pollution,
So as
land
you can
pollution,
see down, okay, there at the
stinky
bottom,
stuff,
there is the
trash,
subtitle.
and smoke are all
So
examples
as
of
the
pollution.
PowerPoint is being played, it is showing there's
Now
a
let's discuss
caption,
what air pollution is.
right?
Our atmosphere is made up of
So
different gases,
even
which is
I,
just right to
as I
maintain
am
life on
talking
Earth.
right now, it is putting this the PowerPoint presentation is putting the subtitle as I talk right now.
Air pollution happens
Okay,
when the air gets dirty.
so
It occurs when gases, smoke, or
yes.
chemicals get into the environment in large amounts that makes it harmful for humans,
It,
animals, and
so
plants.
what's good with Microsoft PowerPoint
Did you know that cars,
and the subtitle?
trucks,
is
and
that
even
it
the planes
adjusts, okay?
contribute to air
It
pollution.
adjusts to the sound,
These vehicles
to the
use
audio.
fossil fuels to power their engines. Now let's review the lessons we discussed so far.
Okay, so here I
Number
put
one,
review
what do you
questions
call things that makes our planet unhealthy and dirty?
and I give them time to think, right? So as you can see, as I am talking, it's the PowerPoint presentation is also receiving my audio and putting subtitle for it, which is really good for visual learners and for those people who have hearing impairment. So that is being addressed by Microsoft PowerPoint. What I really, really like is it can even translate. Wow. So aside from the subtitle, it can translate, right?
Pollution makes
Let's see how this one. Okay, let's start from this. Okay. So you can use or you can change the settings. So you can see here spoken language is English, and then the subtitle, you can change it to Filipino, right? So you can change to Filipino. Let's see how it works. I'm not going to be talking first so that you can see the translating, okay, or how it's being translated. So let me play this. Play from current slide. Right.
Now let's discuss what air pollution is. Our atmosphere is made up of different gases, which is just right to maintain life. Now, air pollution happens when the air gets dirty. It occurs when gases, smoke, or chemicals get into the environment in large amounts that makes it harmful for humans, animals, and plants. Did you know that cars,
All right. Wait.
trucks, and even the
Did I
planes
turn it on? I turned it on, right? Okay, wait. All right. I turned on the subtitle and it's Filipino. And I'm gonna play this one. And let's play it.
Now let's discuss what air pollution is.
Let me check.
Our atmosphere is made up of different gases, which is just right.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Now let's discuss what air pollution is. Air pollution happens when the air gets dirty. It occurs when gases, smoke, or chemicals get into the environment in large amounts that makes it harmful for humans, animals,
All right.
and
So
plants.
for the subtitle, I don't.
Did you know that cars, trucks, and even the planes contribute to air pollution? These vehicles
All
use
right. For the subtitle, I am not writing the sub.
Now let's review the lessons we discussed so far. Number one, what do you call things that makes our planet unhealthy and dirty?
So yes, I did not write the subtitles. So the moment I am talking right now, it is translating. Can you see? So for example, if you're teaching in your class, and then okay, so this is the review questions. What do you call things? Nagta-translate siya right away. Okay. So let me check first again. Go back. Yan. This is really good for us teachers.
Now let's review the lessons we discussed so far.
Okay. Let me look for a longer one.
Number two,
Here. Okay. So this one, let's try playing it so that you can really see how it works.
now what are some examples
So
of air
what are
pollutants?
examples of air pollutants?
First is carbon dioxide. Naturally,
First is carbon dioxide. Naturally, carbon dioxide is produced when humans breathe and used by plants. When we burn fossil fuels and use cars, they discharge carbon air. This okay, so
Another example is sulfur
that's
dioxide.
how it works.
Sulfur
So again, it translates from English to Tagalog right away. So if you have students who are having a hard time understanding English, also you can teach them and have the subtitle. What else can we do with Microsoft PowerPoint is we can even translate it to other languages. It is supported to around 60 language, more than 60 languages. So if you have, let's say, Chinese students, okay, so again, when you play it, all right, okay, so what are examples? What are examples?
Another example is sulfur dioxides. Sulfur dioxides are produced by
Sulfur
volcanoes
dioxides are
and
produced
emitted
by
by various
volcanoes.
industrial processes.
Coal and petroleum often contain sulfur compounds, and through combustion, they generate sulfur dioxide. This is one of the causes for concern over the environmental. Correct.
Another example of air pollutants is carbon
So
monoxide.
that's it. So it can translate. It can translate to Chinese. It can translate to Korean. Again, it translates as I am reading it or as the audio is playing. So so amazing, right? So
Particulate matter,
it's
or
so great.
PM, occur naturally from volcanoes.
Okay. So that's how you can utilize Microsoft PowerPoint. So aside from the different design ideas, creative designs that you can do with your PowerPoint, you can just make it simple, but you can maximize the use of it by putting or adding recordings or even doing the subtitles. Okay. So that's how we can maximize the use of Microsoft PowerPoint. Another tool that I use in my classroom is Microsoft Word. Yeah, simple. Microsoft Word, everyone knows what Microsoft Word is. It's a word processor. You can type there, you can print, but what else can it do? Okay. So in Microsoft Word, you can also do dictations. Okay. So here, when you go to home, you can see here dictate. So when you dictate, when you say something, again, Microsoft Word will receive the audio and translate it. So it's speech to text recognition. So for example, hello, good morning. Kindly answer this lab investigation. So boom. Okay. Again, I am not typing it. I am not typing it. So it is just using dictate. All right. So you don't need to type it anymore. Just use the dictate feature of Microsoft Word. So this one makes it more efficient. All right. Okay. So I turned it off. Let's close this. What more can we do with Microsoft Word? Aside from the dictate feature, it also has the immersive reader. Okay. When you say immersive reader, that's now for the students who are having hard time reading. Okay. So those who have reading comprehension problems, they can use Microsoft Word. Okay. How do we do that? Okay. You can click view. Okay. You can click view here and then you can click immersive reader. So this one, it will help your students a lot. Okay. For those who have reading comprehension problems. So these tools addresses especially the special education students that we have, right? So when you same, this is my lab. I have the same copy. I just copy pasted it, so it's the same copy. So that the one a while ago, it's good for the teachers. Okay, you can dictate, and then it will right away type there. So it will not be a problem for the students. Okay, now for the students, it can read. Okay, let's say I have here. Okay, explore different diets. So when you go to view, you will see here immersive reader. A lot of Microsoft tools right now, and even other tools, they are using immersive reader. So that actually that's one of the thing that I am looking for when I am using tools in the classroom or edtech tools in the classroom. I make sure that it has the immersive reader because again we wanted to address the needs or the needs of those with learning disabilities. Okay, so how can we do that? The student can just click play.
Explore what happens.
Questions.
What are some factors that affect a person's weight? What do you think is more important to a person's overall health? Exercise or diet? Why? Explanation phase.
All right.
Aim number 1.
So that's too fast, right? So if I wanted to make it slower, okay, I can make it slower and I can even change the one speaking, right? So if I am, if I cannot still comprehend, okay, I can make it slower and then.
The relationship between gender and health for two people of the same physical build and opposite gender.
That's too slow. Okay, all right. Let's try. Let's try making it a little faster. But yeah, so that's how it works.
Phase. Aim number 1. Compare the relationship between gender and health for two people of the same physical build and opposite genders.
Yes.
Activity 1. Gender versus health.
Yes. So for this immersive reader, again, when you go to your Microsoft Word, you can go to View, right? You can go to View, and then you can click Immersive Reader. So that's for this feature, the Immersive Reader. But for the Dictate, when you go to Home, again, you can click Dictate, and you will hear like a bell. Okay, and then again it will translate, like for example, okay, I'm going to show you how I dictate again. Hello, good afternoon everyone. This is a demonstration of how to use dictate feature. Good afternoon to our amazing students and teachers who are watching right now. I'm so glad that you spent time listening to this presentation. All right, so that's how you do that one. Okay. And yes, so that's it for Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Word. This is the latest version. Okay. This is the latest version of Microsoft. And yep. I have the Office 365. So I have the Office 365, the Microsoft 365, the one I mentioned during the webinar last time. Okay, so that one you can use for your Microsoft PowerPoint and your Microsoft Word. If you have this, okay, maybe your school can utilize this more. So for your instruction, especially for again for special education student, or yeah, those with learning disabilities, with needs. Right. So that's really amazing. I really like this. I really like how Microsoft is not just utilizing technology for to further the education, but also to make it inclusive. Okay, to include everyone in the learning process. So that's what Microsoft is doing. Okay. So that's how we can utilize Microsoft Word and Microsoft PowerPoint. Some of the tools. They also have Teams. They also have, yeah, this one I'm using a while ago. This is the Microsoft Sway. So I know that you're used to Microsoft PowerPoint, but here I'm using Sway for my presentations, right? Okay. Another platform, okay, technology platform that we can use for our resources is Nuwadu. Okay, I just recently found out about this formative, summative, and normative assessment tool, which also has the ability to organize all of your resources in one. Okay, so when you go to Nuwadu, I'm not gonna again for the context of this webinar, I'll just be giving you some of the instructional materials and some technology platforms that we can use to make our instructional materials. So please bear with me if I cannot really give like the in-depth explanation on how you can log in, how you can sign in, right? So I'll just show you how. I'll just give you a brief run through how you can create your resources here. Okay, so another technology platform that I am using is the Nuwadu. Okay, so how can I create resource as a teacher? You can create your own resource, okay, which I will be also discussing later. How I do screen recording, how I create some of my video recordings. What are the tools that I'm using? So here you can create resource, then click resource. And then, okay, so I am a science teacher. I'm going to click science, right? And for example, I'm a middle school teacher. So I'm teaching grade 7. Let's say I'm going to teach ecosystems, right? And there are subtopics here, right? For example, components of an ecosystem. Okay, I'm going to click on the 3. I'm going to click next. Okay, here I can upload my own file, like what I mentioned to you, or you can put links from YouTube and then you can create your resource title. So here you are organizing all of your resources. Okay, if you have your own created videos or podcast, you can put it here, and then you can link it or you can connect it with an assessment afterwards. So that's what's good with Nuwadu. Okay. So next, I'll be showing to you how I also use some other formative assessment tools like Quizlet, like Kahoot, okay, and quizzes. So maybe we can make it more interactive if you can follow me, right? So here, this is my Quizlet platform. I usually ask my students, so as an instructional material, I can put the cards, the flashcards here. Okay, so this is also good for language learners. Okay, so same as with your Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Word, it has the ability to read from text to speech. Okay, so there's text to speech recognition. So if, for example, I am going to flash this on my student's screen, I'm going to click flashcards. And then, all right, so yep, I'm going to teach them the terms. Okay, so flip it, and then you can click and then it will read. Okay. All right. All right.
Learn.
So we can click again.
Type what you hear in this audio-powered study mode.
Yes. Okay. So I'm using the Microsoft 365. Yes. I'm using the latest version, Microsoft 365, for my PowerPoint and my Microsoft Word. So you can utilize you can maximize the immersive reader and the dictate and the subtitles. All right.
Randomly generates tests based on your
Okay,
flashcard set that are print ready.
That's what I do. Okay, so for this is especially good. So this instructional material can be really good for as to start your class. Okay, and also for language learners. Okay, I use this for my science class, and then to make it more interactive, I usually go live with my students. Okay, so you can do teams or individuals. So let's see, for example, like that. And then your students can join. If you wanted to join, feel free to join. And then they can engage to a more, motivating, fun way of learning the terms. And another formative assessment tool that I use that I really like as well is the use of your my Kahoot. Okay, so Kahoot, this you can go live as well for this one. It's more of like a game show. So in my science remote learning class, I use this, to check on their learning. So for Quizlet before the lesson, so I asked them to review the cards, to review the terms, and the for Kahoot, that's to check, okay, to check on their learning. There's another formative assessment tool. So this is another tool that you can use. Oh, but by the way, for Kahoot, what I like also is you can put slides. So after, yes, actually I have a YouTube channel. Yes, thank you for asking. I have my YouTube channel, and I put some of the instructions, actually some of my best practices there. I'll be opening it later because I'll be opening it later. Yes. All right. Anyway, so yeah, you can follow Raymond Mitchell Africa. Yeah, that's my channel, Raymond Mitchell Africa. And yep, you can also use quizzes. This is a formative assessment tool as well. So you can put your questions there. So just this morning, I used this for my class, for my science class. This is what's good with quizzes. You can put images. So those, chemical bonds that are hard to draw, okay, you can just get it and then you can put it here, right? Even this one, okay? It's quizzes. It's Quizzizz. All right. So again, for those who are asking for my YouTube channel, it's Raymond Mitchell Africa. You will see there a lot of tools that I am using, and there are some of my actual classes, right? So this one, yeah. And what's good with Quizlet, with Kahoot, and with quizzes, you can check on the some of the sets, some of the quizzes that other teachers created. So you can check on that, and then you can use that as well. Well, I would say for that's a good question. Offline version for assessment. That's actually one of the challenge of remote learning. So what I did, like right now, so I use this as my formative assessment. What I did for my summative assessment is I asked them to like for example make lab investigations, virtual lab investigations. Later, I'll show you the PhET simulation that I use. Let me open my, yeah, I'll just open here. This is my Microsoft OneNote. Let me check my grade. What's more is that? Uh, Oops. Okay, I'll check my grade. Oh, sorry, grade 8 science. Right, so for my grade 8 science, you will see here, I put, yes, okay, lab investigations that the students can do at home. Okay, so they just have to, you can send it to them, what other teachers are doing, based from our experience. We've been remote for 4 months already. We're moving to our fifth month. Is they send out the, they send out this, okay, save it as PDF. They send out to the students, and then the students give it back. So those students without connection, they can still do the the lab investigations, or it could be an essay. It could, assessments are not just MCQ questions or short responses. It could be an essay. It could be a research. So that's what we did with our students. So just recently, I finished my online summative assessment. It's a virtual proctored exam, and then we're moving now to our bigger assessments, our summative assessment, which will be done through researches and essays. Yes. Yes. Actually, yes. If you look at my YouTube channel, there are different courses that I recorded on how this can be done. But yeah, maybe I will send in this live chat some of the resources that I use. Thank you so much. I'll try to put everything, all the tools together, and then I'll send a link for that. Yes, for the formative and summative assessment. Yes, sure. Yeah, so that's for quizzes, Quizlet, and Kahoot. Now, I'll try to screen mirror. Right. So let me share my screen. Right. So how do I record my class or my tutorials? So I am so fond of creating my own lessons, okay, my videos. So I used, let me see, I used the Siri and explain everything. Okay. Yeah, explain everything or explain edu. So I use the Siri here. So I create my own, oh, let's say here, right? So here I create my own video tutorials. Okay, so here you cannot just see my screen, but you can click record, and as you move to the slides, okay, so you can draw as well. So for example, I am recording and then I can draw hello everyone. So I am recording this and then I'll send the recording to my students. So this is the Siri. They have free app also. Okay. So yeah, you can do this. So hello CHRDF. Right. I love Philippines. So I love recording. Yeah, this one talks about the carbohydrates, fats, and nutrients. So this is Mitchell. So for those who are looking for my YouTube, it's Raymond. I forgot I have a pen. All right, Mitchell. Oops, Mitchell. Africa. All right, I'm gonna make it smaller. All right. So that's Raymond Mitchell, Africa. You can follow this in YouTube. Yeah. So I use this as my screen recording. So I record my class. All right. I record my class and I send out the recording just like, so I use Nuwadu. I send out the recording, sir. All right. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let me check. And then yeah, that's how I use the screen recording using this tool. Now I would like to show as well how I use pet simulation. So using Microsoft OneNote, like what I showed a while ago, in Microsoft OneNote, you can put virtual labs. You can integrate virtual labs in your OneNote. You can put the pet simulations there. For example, here I have my lesson about atoms. So I just embedded the pet simulations so that students can use it right away. Okay. That's and you can see the screen. So the questions are here. And what's good with this is your students can collaborate. Yeah, okay. So what's good with this is the students can collaborate answering this and they can right away answer their questions with their own class notebooks. Does it have an online version or apps? Yes. Okay. So this pet simulation there is. I actually wanted to open it using my iPad, but the screen is not. Sorry. Okay. Maybe let's try. I'm gonna try creating this first. I'll try to open it using Flutter. Okay, so here again, your students can do the simulations here. Let's see, play. Yes. All right. Okay, I hope it will play. This is an online platform. Okay, now your students can open have their own. Yes, okay, this one. So after they did the simulations, here they answer the questions. I check it right away. You can see the blue one. These are the answers of my students, and the check. So I check it myself. Here. So here you can give immediate feedback. So that's what's good with that one. So I integrate, I app smash. So I call it app smashing. So I put the pet simulation together with my OneNote. So what's good with OneNote is you can work on it offline, and then once you're online, it will be integrate. It will be sync, right? Now here, let me see. Okay, I want this is the PhET simulation. Okay, so this is the PhET simulation I am using for my science. Right? So can you see the screen? Yep. So this is the PhET simulation. So there are a lot of so here. So there are a lot of you will see here the build an atom. Yes. Okay. And then the students can use this. And all right. So if there are different ways. Okay, if your student has the app of the PhET simulation, then they can, right, so they can play it using PhET simulation. All right, wow. Okay, hydrogen, they can play on this, and then they have the questions written here. So if the students, so that's how I differentiate also the method. So if the student has the PhET simulation, it's good, the app. If the student doesn't have the PhET simulation, then the student can go here and then do it here. Okay, so there are different ways. Now, it will be sync once the student is connected. If the student is not connected, then it will again sync once the student has the connection, right? So if you get what I mean. So students can work on it while they are offline, and then once they are off online, it will be synced. Okay. So this is a PhET simulation. So if you're using, and when you go to PhET simulation, they also have some worksheets prepared there by teachers, which is really, really good. All right. Okay. So that's about class or my OneNote and my, yeah. So it's really fun. Okay. Here. And then here, as you can see, there are questions. There are questions regarding the lesson here. And then the students can answer. So here, building an atom, the students can answer and can check. So in remote learning and even in your own classroom, it can work. Okay. So when you transition to remote learning, you can use it. When you transition back to your normal classroom, then you can right away do it, or you can still continue it. Next is wow. Okay. So since we are here, I'm gonna show you as well how I use this cube here. As you can see, there is a cube here, very small cube that I use in my teaching. Okay. So, okay. So here we call it the merge cube. You can teach. Sorry, I'm a science teacher. So here the merge cube. The merge cube is a holographic object that you can hold in the palm of your hand, right? So this is what a merge cube looks like. Let me see. All right. Oops. Okay. Great. So let me show you. So I'm in, let's say, phone mode. I'm going to skip this. So this is the merge cube here. Right. How will you? Okay. Wait. So this is the merge cube. Yeah, that's my merge cube. Right. This is the merge cube. And when I open it, this is what it looks like. So I can teach the human body using this tool. What's good with this is, as you can see on top, there is a record button. Can you see it? The record button. So again, you can create instructional material using this. Okay. So here, let me full screen this. So for example, the brain, I can click the brain. Okay. And then, oops, I wanted to know what is this. Okay, it's the frontal lobe. Okay, so we use this lobe for speaking, thinking, planning, and making decisions, studying for a test, deciding, okay, what to wear, and planning your next move in chess is all thanks to your frontal lobe. Okay, when I move, all right, so if I move here, I can also check. So that's my merge cube. You can see, right? So that's the occipital lobe. So this is good for science. When you're teaching. The occipital lobe is our brain's visual processing center. So again, you can use this to create your own recorded videos or presentations, and then you can upload it in YouTube or you can send it to your students, right? So that's how you can teach the human body. You can also have the lungs, the heart, large intestine, the small intestine, the liver. All right. So I wanted to know more about the liver. That's your bile. The liver processes the nutrients we eat into forms the rest of the body can use. That's the work of your bile. That's the function of your bile. Waste products either get carried by a bile back to the intestine or goes through your blood to your kidneys. So actually, you can teach with this. Right. Hi, everyone. Okay. All right. Okay. And what else? There are a lot of apps that you can use. There's also, oh, this one is about the solar system. Okay. This is about the solar system. By the way, don't worry if you don't have this merge cube. Okay, you can look at the internet. There are cutouts of the merge cube that you can do. It's just the code that you need. It's not as as accurate as the merge cube here, but it will still do its work. Okay, I tried it. We had an exhibition 2 years ago. The students, so what they did is they let they created their own their own, not really the merge cube. They created their own topics using the merge cube. Okay, I hope I can let you. I can share it to you. We don't have much time, but yeah, the students created their own content for the merge cube, and then they teach they teach the lower school students using the merge cube, and then so they let them make their own merge cube using paper cutouts. So you can use that as well. Okay, so here the solar system. Yes, okay, that's so cool. Right, so the sun. I wanted to know more about the sun. So the sun is so big that over 1 million Earths could fit inside it. And then again, you can record. What's good with this is you can record. Okay, you can record it. You can see the record button there. And as an instructional material, I can explain to my students. All right, hi everyone, and this is my merge cube. So this is the sun. Hi. So what is the sun doing? It's so very interactive. Ooh, all right. So the sun is so big that over 1 million Earths could fit inside. It's 93 million miles away, and light from the sun takes. So it's very, yeah, it's so cool, right? Yeah, I love it. I like it, right? So kids, I think I'm not a SPED teacher and not a SPED specialist, but I think this one will be really good for students, right? Sorry, I'm being a kid. Yeah, so again, you don't really need to have this cube. We did, I hope let you see some cutouts, but yeah, we did that one. They cut it out and they created their own merge cube. We call it the merge cube. I love this. This is just so cool. This is really, really amazing. Okay. So what's good with this is, yeah, so wow, I can see the solar system is just right. on your palm, right? So here I wanted to, what's this? Oh, Jupiter. Let's see. Oh, how many satellites? Oh, okay. Right. Then where's the Earth? I want to look at the Earth. Maybe Teacher Mitchell is there. Is it the Earth? And let's see further. Check it out. Yeah, I want to do more about the Earth. So yeah, that's it. That's how you can use your merge cube. Right. There's one more. What is that? The I think it's not here, but there's also like the cell AR. Yes, this one. I like this also. And yeah, here it's more about cells. Yes, merge cube. This the tool, the merge cube. Yes, of course, I'm enjoying. Yeah, and there are free apps. Yes, these are just free apps. I didn't really download. I downloaded it for free in Google and um, you can use Android and you can use Apple as well. Yes, no problem. And then again, if you don't have the merge cube, you can search for merge cube. Oops, why? You can search for merge cube. There are cutouts. You can use that. So here there's an explore. Wow. Yeah. See? Okay. You can see that. And I'll check on the okay. I'm gonna check on the log. Wow, what's that? Oh, fungal cell. I wanted to check the fungal cell. What's in? Whoa! Wow! Boom! Those are the parts of the cell. I wanted to study about the parts of the cell. I wanted to study about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. That's how the smooth endoplasmic reticulum looks like, right? And then again, you can change it to elementary, middle, or high school. So you can use it for. I'm looking for other like. Oh, there is like a museum. So probably for Merge Cube Museum. So I think it could be good for social studies. But what I actually did is there is what we call the co-spaces edu. It's a space, is a platform where the students can create and use Cube to create their own content. So what I did before is I asked them to use Merge Cube and create their own projects that is in line with a certain topic in a subject. For example, for math, for language, I have a Korean student, and then he used Merge Cube to teach basic Korean language. I have students who are into math, and then to he used that to teach as well math. And what's good with that, CoSpaces Edu, you can check on that also. You can put videos. So imagine if the videos are playing here. Wow, it's just amazing, right? Okay. So yep, yeah, that's how I'm utilizing this merge cube. So parts of the body, solar system, and if your kids wanted to play, they can also use that one. So yeah, basically that's how you can use. And then well, last one is how I use VR. Okay, so VR as an instructional material. So I know some of you are familiar with VR. Now, how can we use that in teaching? Okay, I'm really sorry because I am a science teacher, so uh, most of my instructional materials are in science. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Yep, this. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger. let's check the in mind. Let's just do this in mind. So, oops. Okay. Oops. Maybe it's not. Or maybe the in mind. This one, the museum viewer that I told you like just a while ago. Huh. Oh, because it's open already. All right, let me check. Anyway, let's check on the in mind and how it's working. This is for VR, so virtual reality in the classroom. How can we integrate virtual reality or virtual? Oh my, it's not working. So maybe how can we? Okay, I'm gonna stop mirroring first. All right. Okay. So here. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna show you how I use VR in my classroom. I just use in Cell VR in here. In Mind VR. All right. So imagine if you can use this. Okay, so that's scientific VR games. This will be good as well as instructional material to let your students be inclined, be motivated to learn. So here you can start. Okay, and oops, I wanted to check on that. I hope you can see me. All right, because I'm using. Okay, hope you can see me because I'm using. Okay, so I'm gonna use. Sorry, I'm using VR right now. I cannot really read your messages, but I'll just have like a brief. Yeah. Wow. I hope I hope you can see me
Scientist.
there. Yep.
Scientist. John's classmates argue loudly between classes. The argument
like
heats
that.
up and a fight.
And yeah, if you are you, wow. I hope you can see me here. Wow, this is just interesting. This will really, spark curiosity among your students. What does it look like? Oh, what is this teacher? What are those? And yep, why is it connected? Why? What's the dopamine? Okay, so this is another instructional material that you can use using VR. Okay. And this one I use in Mind VR. Okay. And then there's also in Cell VR. Noradrenaline. Okay. So after they especially for middle school students, after they do this,
Well, it's none of
they
John's
will be
business.
asking you, teacher,
But when the
I
fight
saw
starts,
their
John will definitely be
noradrenaline.
there to watch
I
the
saw
show.
their dopamine. What are this doing
Destiny
with our
lost.
nervous system, with our brain cells, with our neurons? What are the functions of these neurotransmitters? So yeah, that's how you can be more creative in your instructional materials. Okay. All right. Okay. So yep. So that's it. All right. Okay. So that's it for the different instructional materials. So I hope you can see me. I was like watching. I'm using this while I'm telling you, and it's so amazing. Okay. So yeah, you can use simple. What I always tell teachers is, to keep it simple, keep the content simple, especially in remote learning. We have, we need to take note, we need to consider that face to face, oops, sorry for that. Face to face teaching is different from remote learning. So we have to keep the content simple. We have to keep the process simple. We have to keep the expectation simple. All right. Now, I know that you are overwhelmed, probably so overwhelmed with a lot of tools that I used, that I presented, but I know that you can. Right, I'll just share my screen. You can use some of these tools. You can use some of these tools in your own classroom. Okay, make it more interactive, make it more engaging. You don't have to use everything at once. Make it step by step, little by little. Baby steps. You can start with Microsoft PowerPoint. You can start with Microsoft Word, and yeah, and then move on. Make it interesting, make it motivating for students, that they will be waiting for something. They are, surprise them, okay, with what you can do in your classroom. And yes, so that's it for this afternoon. um anyway, the chat is here. I'll be going back to this chat and put all of the resources that I used today. I know it's overwhelming. There's a lot for you to digest. Again, baby steps, and do not stop your curiosity. Do not stop from learning. And just we have to embrace technology. Technology is here to improve our teaching, but at the end of the day, it's still us teachers that matters. So how we implement this, how we put or use these instructional materials in the classroom will make a huge difference and will make a positive classroom environment where the students are learning collaboratively, where they share their creative thoughts, their creative ideas. And yes, just like our students, we teachers, we need to undergo the same process of learning, because it's a cliche, but yes, learning is a lifetime process. Okay? We should not stop learning, and we should not stop teaching. Okay, so I do believe that Filipino teachers are one of the best teachers in the world. So please continue in motivating, continue inspiring these young minds. Okay, not just with the content, but sparking their creativity and empowering their voices. Okay, so thank you so much. Yes, I'll be posting here. Again, you can go to Raymond Mitchell Africa in my YouTube channel. It's Raymond Mitchell Africa. You will see there some. I'm actually planning on putting these tools also that you can use. So I will be. Uh, I think right now I'm more motivated to share all of this. So I'll be sharing all of these tools that I am using. Okay, I've been using these tools and a lot of tools in my classroom for several years. Okay, so there are advantages and disadvantages. It's not always perfect. Okay? I'm not perfect. That's why I continue learning. Okay, so just keep in mind again, technology is it can be efficient. Yes, it might be more efficient than us teachers, but it will never be superior because we are the creators. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Okay, and have a great afternoon. I hope you learned a lot. You can feel free to message me in YouTube and in my Facebook. You can look for me, Africa Raymond Mitchell Magpantay, and I would be more than willing to help and assist you in your journey in remote teaching and integrating technology in the classroom. Thank you so much and have a great